Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about season 2 episode 5 of the Braxtons, The Queen and I think it's what's called. So we're following on from last week, and it is Tawanda's bridal shower Bridgerton thing. Just want to shout out Trina for her little beginning opening thing. She did sound, her accent was good, but you know, Trina with her accent share with her house. I think it's a Sagittarius thing because Nicki Minaj loves using accents. House. No, it was a good accent. You know, I'm from London, so I was like, okay, cool. That wasn't bad. This episode was really boring. I have no interest in Tawanda's baby shower, her bridal shower or whatnot. Trina had the best look of all of the ladies. I loved her look, actually. If I was going to do something with Bridgerton-y, I haven't even watched Bridgerton, but something like that, I'd wear something like that. And then she ruins it, saying she's got no panties on and she's pissing all over the garden. Sorry, I sound so British, but I am British, so it is what it is. No, she looked lovely, and she's, you know, worried about Vaughn and just all the same stuff. It was kind of just a sad kind of event, you know, Tawanda, her friends are backing her, like, you know, your friend should be here on time, they're going to go to cotillion and all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, we don't care. She looked a hot fucking mess. Someone needs to edit that wig onto her wedding look. And so Lord Hall arrives, and he has gifts for all the ladies, and they play the tissue wedding dress game. Tawanda was judging it a bit too seriously. Like, what do you expect with tissue in 15 minutes? Like, this woman, she can't even rub two sticks together, so I don't know what her problem is. Moving on, anyway, so it's Trina at work as a real estate agent, and she's finding a house for Fat Face on Love. I'm fat myself, but when Cat Williams said that was hilarious. Yeah, so she's working in her little office and doing real estate, which I do respect. You know, she has a grind, unlike her older sister Tawanda, but we're not going to go there, and her Tubi movies. Tawanda and Miss E come to visit, and Tawanda gets her a gift. Let me just pause and see what they were actually talking about. Miss E looked really, really nice. She did, but that woman, she just looks a bit evil to me, like Evelyn. Like, honestly, I feel like your name really does manifest who you are as a person. She just, yeah. They weren't really talking about much chat. They were just talking about Vaughn again and his heart situation and condition. They didn't even speak to the mum about hers. I don't know what the continuity is like. Why aren't they asking their mother about her grandchild? Like, seriously. I don't know. But anyways, Tony is performing at her festival in Miami. Her sisters, she invites Tawanda and Trina to come because, as an apology for not attending the Bridgerton bash, let's just call it that, because it looked a mess. Anyway, so she's performing, doing her thing. She's tearing up because of the loss of Angie Stone. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. Rest in peace, D'Angelo. But yeah, Tony, you know, gives it a great show. She looks incredible, and she welcomes Trina on stage. She asks for her sisters to come on stage to sing "Breathe Again," which was sweet. You know, she always still thinks of her sisters, which is nice, but again, this is really kind of boring. But yeah, Trina and Tony, they sing together. We didn't hear any of it. The copyright must have been just a bit too expensive. I don't even think you can lip sync to Toni Braxton on RuPaul's Drag Race. They are tight with her songs, because I know she don't own them. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just talking absolute ish. So the ladies, the next morning, I found it weird that Tawanda wasn't on stage. She was apparently a bit under the weather, but so they arrive in Miami, they arrive on the boat, and they're gonna go sailing, but they don't. Again, like, these things happen to Tawanda in succession because it's just bad karma. They are waiting for Tony, you know, waiting for the queen, and they just catching up about the night before and about the bachelorette party. And I found it funny that Tony combed her hair with the fork, because that is just typical Libra. Like, they will do anything at the expense of beauty. I had a best friend who was a Libra. She was wearing ripped jeans. We were going to like a party or something. She had ripped jeans, but there was hair poking out through her legs on the jeans. And my girl, we stopped at Tesco. Her mum stopped at Tesco because she was a spoiled like white girl, and she was shaving her legs in the car dry. I was like, oh my gosh, the things you do. We're going to a party in the middle of the night, like what? Anyway, so Tawanda is talking about her wedding, that Tamar's not invited. There was really nothing going on this boat conversation, like. And has anyone noticed that Tawanda keeps doing like Trini Weenie, oh Trini Weenie, oh Tony, stop, shh, please, shh. What is this crying? I don't even know. I actually don't even know. And now we get to the restaurant scene, because they were going to Mr. Chow, and Tony was so late. She was like, I'm not that late. The ladies had eaten their food. How late? You know, they have to cook the food. Like, how late was she? That would jar me so much. Like, really, really inconsiderate. It wasn't like it was just after the show, but I don't know. I think it's just a bit disrespectful. Like, I know you're the star, but god damn, that is black people time. And I would have told her 6 p.m. if it was at 8, because she's taking absolute liberties. So they're just bitching about Tamar. What else is there to say? Like, they're literally just bitching about Tamar. I really am about to pop off about this, because it's really sad. Like, these are grown women and they're bitching about Tamar like she is this evil person. Tawanda takes absolutely no accountability for her actions. Like, I'm so tired of it, certain behaviours. I'm so tired of certain behaviours. But before we get onto it, Tamar not knowing what, like, that fresco is a Spanish word. And not knowing that it can be Italian as well. Oh, my brain was actually itching, because girl, please, like, travel, do something. Like, what? I don't understand if French, but Italian and Spanish. Come on, Tamar, come on. Fresco. Really? Okay. Anyways, so she's talking to this guy, I don't know who he is, about what had happened. And she's like, I blacked out, but she's relaying everything verbatim what happened. And yeah, he's basically just saying, you need to make things right. And I'm a younger sibling who's heard the same things my whole life. With the calling the police thing, I've got 2 brothers, but one I don't live with. Like, no, fuck you. You're my older sibling. You're supposed to guide me, lead me, show me what it is to be a man or a woman or a sibling or a person. And you hate me for some reason. I understand Tamar's plight, like, absolutely 100%. So Tony's acting dumb, like, what happened with you, Tawanda? I didn't see any violence. And Tawanda's like, you didn't see it? She got a bit defensive. She's so defensive. She's so angry. Tawanda is so angry. I think it was because you said call the police. Now Tony's like, you just overreact. It's such a weird dynamic between these sisters. Tamar's drinking, girl, I get it. And it's just really stressful. Like, I can imagine the absolute loneliness she must feel. Tawanda, I have no care for what you are saying at all. She's just a bully, actually such a bully. You're not bringing up the fact that you owe her money. You're sitting there like, oh, I can't deal with it. She threw a glass of water at me. Yeah, you're lucky that's all she threw at you. I'd throw a fucking card reader at your head. Don't piss me off. I'm sorry, like... And then Trina's backing her. At least Tony brought up the Ashley thing. These women, I actually can't. I have no willpower for it. None. Because it just makes no sense. These are grown-ass women. And when Tamar started to cry, like, I will always come back for these lot. It's so sad. But Tamar, you need to cut the cord. She needs to cut the cord. I've cut the cord with people in my life, like family, that... Because family kill each other. You know the story of Cain and Abel. It's not good for your actual mental, physical, psychological health. Yeah, no. Cut the cord. I think it will be when, like, Miss E, you know, transitions, that Tamar will probably... Because I feel like the mother is guilt-tripping her, Tamar. That's what I believe. I might be wrong, but whatever. Let me know your thoughts on this week's episode, guys. I tried to kind of go through what happened, but it was so boring. Oh my days. If I had done it like this, if I did it like this way during last week's episode, I would have been able to give all my opinions. I might, talk more about these sisters, but it's so draining. It really is, and triggering. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.